Good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh, whoops. We in this thing. Hey, Shanae. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh, how y'all doing? For a little bit too much, huh? It's popping. It's popping. Okay, something happened with this eyelash over here. It's like, it looks weird. Don't zoom in on it. Don't zoom in on it, girl. I don't know what happened. It's like leaning. Anyways, good morning. How y'all doing? Aisha in the building. Woo woo. Miss Lady to you. Okay, Miss Lady L to you. Tracy in the building. How are y'all? How are y'all? I am outside. I'm outside today. Well, I mean, I'm out here in these DoorDash streets, but I was like, let me just get out the car. Right? Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing, y'all? It's day 25. We back. Can y'all hear me? Okay. Sorry. I had to disconnect from the Bluetooth. Ooh, y'all see how that filter will change your life? I told you. Okay, you can hear me fine. Okay, cool. We are back, y'all. It is day 25 of the Mommi 2.0 challenge. Whoop, whoop. Y'all, we almost there. It's only like 6 more days to go. Please excuse the lash, honey. The lash is trying to make an appearance. So we are talking about repentance. And do I have a special surprise for you all, okay? I got a surprise. I got another surprise. I'm waiting for my surprise special guest to join me. Join me in the live. I don't know if I could see her in here. But anyway, what y'all feeling about this chapter? We're talking about repentance, okay? Repentance. How y'all doing? Like, it's Thursday. We got like less than 6 days left to go. I got to figure out what kind of style I'm going to wear on day 31. Okay, y'all? It's time to get ready. Okay? Like, we coming back on day 31 like, bam. Who's ready? Okay? Because we deserve it. We working hard all month. 31 days, girl. We deserve it. I know that's right. Indy said she feeling good. I had to read it twice. So good. Ooh, okay. Whoop, whoop, Sid. Okay, here comes my special guest. Good morning.
Arlene, hey girl.
Good morning, gorgeous.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. We got woo woo woo. Yes, this is
Hey.
the original momming at home crew. This is my homegirl Mika. She is here, y'all, live from Texas. Okay.
Hey
Now go ahead
everybody.
and tell the people. Like I said, she is from my original momming at home group. From the very first group, very first time we did before it was even called a Mommy 2.0 challenge. We was just trying to figure it out, right?
Girl.
So please tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. My name is Mika, everyone. Um, I like Destiny said, we were originally in this mom group and she wanted to do the power of the praying wife, and I was like, all right, I mean, what do I have to lose? And so our friendship has grew over that. Um, I am 32, originally from Chicago. Been in Texas now almost 8 years. Um, Moved to Texas, fell in love, and stayed. I am a mother of a 5-year-old. My son, he's at therapy right now. Um, he is special needs. My son is autistic, so that in itself has been a journey. And also married to the love of my life. It's been a long 7 years, okay? But I can say, like, this book and these prayers have, because girl, if don't nobody else know, you know, have definitely gotten me through. And also, I down here in Texas. I do have a small aesthetics business as well as a crystal business. I'm Black Galaxy, see, I can see, check it out.
Oh, look at the
So, yes, I've been doing Black Galaxy now for almost 8 months.
Okay.
Almost 8 months now. And it has been a journey. Starting a business is a lot. During the pandemic, at that, is a lot.
So tell us a little bit about your business. What is it exactly?
Black Galaxy, we typically mostly sell crystals, but we also sell other like metaphysical, spiritual tools. All it's pretty much is just I just want to help people heal people through crystals. That's really what it is. We sell like all types of crystals, little tiny crystals, real big crystals, you name it. Pretty much, literally, my life has become, literally, people will call me and text me and be like, I feel like this. What can you give me? What do I need? This is the emotion I feel. What crystals can you help me with? And I do feel like they've helped enough to where I have like long-time customers, new customers. I try to do, my goal for this year has been to do a pop-up shop every month. And so I've literally done a pop-up shop every month since the beginning of this year, and that so my goal is 12 pop-up shops this year. I'm halfway there. I have another have another one coming up July 12th. So for those of you who are in the Central Texas area, Fort Hood area, the name of the business is Black Galaxy. That is, I'll put it in here for you. But I love my customers. I love my business.
So tell us a little bit about your journey of starting this business, right? Because it sounds like this is like a passion project, right? Because when we first met, you were like going to school, I think, for
aesthetics and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Right. So tell us a little bit about how you kind of like found your purpose, and now you're like turning your passions into profits. You know what I mean? Like, what's that journey like dealing with being a wife, dealing with all of the, ups and downs of that kind of relationship, and then also being a mom with, you know what I'm saying, your son with special needs and the appointments and everything, girl, and you still was able to go to school, birth a business, get a degree, like all of this stuff, you know what I'm saying, in the past 2 years. So I want to just definitely just celebrate you for that right there, girl. You know what I'm saying? You have been doing amazing. Just seeing your glow up, seeing the grow up, seeing you do the daggone thing, and then to be able to consistently, with a brand new business, show up once a month. You know what I'm saying? Meeting those goals that you set for yourself. So, girl, Mommy 2.0 is in the building.
Look,
right?
got you, okay? I told myself like everybody, the pandemic was hard for everybody. I don't care how much money you was making beforehand, during, after. I feel like it was hard for everyone across the board. So for me, it was just kind of like the job I had been working was in healthcare, so I wasn't worried about losing income. However, it's just for me, I feel like the older my son gets, for me, it's just that I want to have a business. I wanted to do something for myself. I've always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I've never wanted to work for nobody else. I feel like I'm too headstrong for that, But for me personally, it was just like, my son is autistic. We pretty much, before he was one, like, I was telling Jeff, like, I think he's autistic. And he was like, well, let's just wait. Let's see. And we would go to the doctor, pediatrician, and we're like, oh, okay, he's on his own timeline. Okay, cool. But you keep saying this, but I have autistic niece and autistic nephew. So I know the signs when I see them. And so we ended up switching pediatricians. I didn't like what that one was saying, so I switched to another one. And we kept switching until we found this pediatrician, a Black woman. Her name is Dr. Ohio Mamba. And she took the time to actually to adhere to all my concerns. And then we were able to get the ball rolling. And then right when she was trying to request for testing, the pandemic happened. So everything shut down. Everything was kind of at a standstill. So I just continued to do the work myself. I found a private company that would provide the testing for him. I got that done. Was able to get the results back to the doctor, and then put in requests and referrals for therapies. But it was such a backed up list that we just continue with speech and occupational. But then finally, after 2 jobs later, because Jeff switched jobs, girl, the job he has now, the insurance is beautiful to the point to where we have no copays for Xander's therapy at all.
Ooh,
Pay any,
good.
like, it didn't even require prior authorization. They were like, we really could start him up same day as the eval. And they were like, but ethically, we want to get everything worked out to make sure we're not getting too many, we're not giving him more than what he needs and not enough of what he needs. So my baby does 24 hours a week of therapy. And so that's another thing, was like, we knew we were starting a process with therapy. Even through the pandemic, my passion for crystals, I've always loved crystals. I will definitely check out Parenting on Autism. I definitely will. But I literally was just like, something gotta give. And like with aesthetics, it's like, I love skin. I'm passionate about skin, but it's like, it's still a passion of mine, but I feel like crystal healing is something that I feel like I'm more passionate about, because I've seen what it's done for my life. Like, I'm not really a person that sits there and it's like, oh, let me look up, I'm feeling like this, let me go find a crystal for that. I'm more of a, whatever I'm drawn to, I'll buy. And then as I would pick out these crystals, I would kind of notice majority of the crystals that I was finding were grounding crystals, protection crystals, healing crystals. That's typically what I would gravitate to the point to where my friends would come see me, or I'll see them and they'd be like, you got some more crystals? Damn, you got more crystals? And I'd be like, yes. And to the point to where I was like, I want to share my passion with others. So I try to, when it comes to crystals, like I do have the option of patients, like I'm at work. I do have the option for like customers to pick out their own specific, like where the material may be. I can be selling 6 towers. I let them pick out their own towers, or if they want me to intuitively pick out one, I can for them as well. But honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. When I first started, I was like, okay, I'm gonna start. And then I would stop. And so one of my friends was like, I'm signing you up for this pop-up shop with my entrepreneur group. You're going to do it. You don't have a say in this at this point. And honestly, I do feel like in times in life, like we procrastinate out of fear. And I was letting my fear overtake me. I really, really was. And the crazy thing was like, it was rough, because my first purchase was a couple $1,000s, just like in the pandemic. I'm spending a couple $1,000. I don't know if I'll make this money back. And then on top of that, Jeff had lost his job. So literally, like the day after I spent all this money, he lost his job. And that was a part of our savings that I took it from. And so, and I think that, and then my friend, like, nope, you're doing it. You don't have a choice. I really feel like those both push me into, I can't fail. Like, I will not fail. And it's helped sustain me thus far. Like, I will tell myself, this is the goal I'm setting for myself. I pray about it, because I know well in advance to my pop-up shops, I pray like, this is the goal I'm setting for myself. I show gratitude between then and that point. And even after I hit the goal, I still continue to show gratitude for everything that God has done for me. And that's just been what's sustaining me. I'm showing gratitude. The moment that thought pops in my head, this is what I'm trying to do. I instantly start showing gratitude. I pray about it. I manifest it as best as I can. And it's been working for me, especially in these past couple of weeks. It's been rough. It's like the anniversary of my father passing had just passed, which many people don't know. Is like, I literally was having a rough day, a rough week. And I woke up to a voice message from you telling me that you wanted me to be a part of this. And it was on the anniversary of my father's passing. And I really felt like that was him. Like, I really felt like that was him. Like, because I was stressed, I had all that work stuff going literally less than 24 hours before. And I was just like, man, what am I going to do? Jeff just injured himself at work. He got a back injury that like slows down income. What am I going to do? We just moved into this place. We got more bills, because literally I got my keys June 16th. We were moving in on June 21st, and my job calls me and tells me that I'm suspended indefinitely June 21st. Literally is
What?
everything. And I'm just and it's more it's a whole lot of background. Just pretty much my job is not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and they're being called out on it. And of course they don't want to be called out on it, but like wrong is wrong and right is right. So I'm gonna let Ocean and them take care of that. So
Yeah,
but
but what it sounds like is that this is making room for you to focus more on your
yeah,
business.
I really
Yeah.
feel like it is. Like the girl, I kept telling myself, as soon as we get a place, I like that has always been my goal. As soon as we find a place, I can leave this job. I can focus more on my business. I can really like put my effort and my all into my business. Like that's literally what I have been saying. And then like we were looking for places, and then the price of everything went up. And I don't know where everyone is located, but I'm in Killeen, Texas. Rent was like you get you a 2-bedroom before the pandemic, $500. You ain't even paying all your utilities.
Girl,
Girl, that a
what that's
$500 place will now cost you about $900, and especially if it's newer or remodeled, it may cost you $1,000. Like, at the price of everything has increased so much, and it was kind of like moving was kind of put on a back burner until we
yeah.
just got like literally we weren't even really looking for a place, and we stumbled on it and got on it. We are paying pre-pandemic prices because they have not went up on rent at all through the place that we're looking at. And look, I told myself, as soon as I move, as soon as you move, as soon as you get in that place, you don't need this job anymore. As soon as you get in that place, you don't need this job. I'm leaving this job. And what happened? I ain't at that job. And honestly,
Right.
there's nothing that they can pay me to come back.
And do you see how I just want to point out real quick how powerful it is, whether you were saying that out loud or saying it to yourself, you still manifested that. And that's how it works. That's why we can use that to our advantage. You sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, as soon as we move, I'm leaving, I'm leaving, I'm leaving." As soon as you move, boom, on the day you moving in, girl, you manifested them to call. You know what I'm saying? I don't want
Exactly.
to say that it happened against you, but a lot of times when we say these things that we want to happen in our lives, it happens in a way that we're not expecting it to. But it was the answer to your prayer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
Right? So when you look
Yeah.
at it from that perspective, as opposed
I
to, oh my
I do
God,
now. I do. At first it was just like just because I'm just like, oh my God, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? And then
right,
I literally was like, I had to like have a moment to myself. I had like my husband's friends helping us move. I got a stink attitude. I had to go, go in the back room and like collect myself real quick and be like, girl, this is ultimately what you wanted. And I
right,
really feel like this is God saying like, I feel like you was gonna stay longer than you supposed to, and you've been
yeah,
telling me as soon as you get you a place, you out. So I'm gonna make sure you
yeah,
don't go back.
yeah.
I really and truly feel like that was God's like, I'm not even gonna let you play yourself. Baby girl, I got you. You want bigger things for you. You want bigger things for your business. I'm gonna make it happen.
Yeah.
But I do feel like fear is something that we hold on to, and it's like scared, especially when you have kids. Especially everybody trying to recollect themselves, and inflation is so high right now. You like it's such a scary thing, but at the same time, I'm like, God got me.
Oh yeah.
God got me,
Right.
and
And
we gonna keep
sometimes that's all you
pressing.
can say, right? Yeah. Right. That's all you can say, right? Like,
We gonna make it happen.
right. And that's why you're able to keep that peace, right? Huh?
Oh no, I said we gonna make it happen. I ain't got no. Look, I have no choice but to make it happen. God put me in a position to be like, you gonna make it happen now, because we not finna play around. You finna go on, do what you gotta do with this business. So
So can you go into a little bit of detail about like how you were saying here you were hit with all this stuff at once? You know what I'm saying? How were you able to kind of like what exactly? You said you had to go in the room, but like what, girl? What are you like saying to yourself? What are you doing? Like
for
what is
me,
the? Is there a
I get
routine for it? You know what
5 minutes
I'm saying?
to
Is
cry.
it? Huh?
So 5 minutes to cry it out.
Okay.
With all tears, I haven't cried in 5 minutes. Doing I got it cried out. And then honestly, I really be just telling myself positive affirmations like, you got this. You're not a failure. You're gonna see that everything that you touch, like I really speak life into myself. I really do. I feel like people can speak life into you all they want to, but if you don't believe it and you don't speak it into yourself, it's not gonna happen. So
Absolutely.
I've definitely I had to go in that back room, girl. I had to cry it out for 5 minutes, wipe my face, say some little affirmations to myself and keep it pushing. And keep it pushing because I can't be frowning with Zan right there. My baby
Yeah.
does not like when his mama is sad. So I try to not, I mean, he will see sadness if necessary, but I try to not let him see that. So I cried it out. I kept it pushing. And then I'm not even gonna lie. What was it? I don't know if it was later that day or the next day. I was doing something on my phone and it went to, I think I told you about this. It went to day 2.
Yeah, the
Went to the
challenge.
prayer on day 2 out of nowhere. Like I didn't even have like the books open. I didn't have the app open or anything on my phone, but it went to day 2. And so what I did, girl, and the thing is like I was cleaning up, cleaning up the kitchen, putting everything where it needs to go. And I was listening to a little gospel music. I have my little gospel playlist that I listen to all the time. And I just started praising God. Like I said prayer and kept adding on to the prayer, and I just kept adding on to it. And like it was like a full blown praise and worship session for me.
Yeah.
Full blown. Like I was up crying the whole 9. Then he's like, "Are you okay?" He was so confused. But I can honestly say after that, I do feel like a load was lifted. I felt even lighter than I did after getting that voice message from you. And in itself, I was like, this ain't nothing but God and my daddy. Ain't nothing but God and my daddy and the rest of my ancestors. And they're just like, we're going to make it happen. You're going to make it happen. You got to believe in yourself. So, that's just what it is.
Yeah. And it's so crazy. Yeah, it's so crazy the way that, we call it divine timing because I had been meaning to reach out to you, right? Like, you know how we always get, and then something was like, do it right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, reach out to her right now, ask her. You know what I'm saying? Cause I've been watching y'all. I've been watching everybody from my little original group, honey, and y'all is glowing up. I am like, they did more than I did.
Look,
No,
girl.
but seriously. No, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
seeing your page out of nowhere. I'm just like, dang, she's doing these pop-up shops and, you know what I'm saying? And then y'all got, you know what I'm saying? Just everything with your relationship just looks great. Y'all look like a whole new couple, a
Yes.
brand new family, honestly. You know what I'm
We
saying?
don't
And
look like where we came from at
right, right,
all,
right.
girl.
I
It
know
it and
some of the things.
it feels brand new. I'm not even. It feels brand like
Oh, that's
I feel
nice.
like marriage is revamped. I feel like
Yeah.
we're closer. Like honestly, I feel like we're closer than we've ever been.
Mm.
Like we're closer than we've ever been. Zan is thriving. Like ABA is working wonders, girl. When I tell you, we are to the point now where with his ABA to the point where like potty training has been something that we've struggled with like crazy. My baby don't wear no pull-ups during the daytime. Half the time we wear them
What?
overnight because we'll forget. Nap times, like he goes. Like we don't even have to ask him to go to the bathroom. He will go on his own. He will go
Okay.
on his own. So which is like a
Okay.
big thing that we struggle with was like potty training. And because people act like they're so shocked that he's 5 and he's not potty training, but it's like yes, he's 5, he's not potty training. So has difficulties that everyone else doesn't have, and so it's hard for people to like understand that. And then you have people who like have negative feelings, and it's like my baby is who my baby is, and we're not going. That's it. That's all.
Yeah.
And I will advocate for my baby day in and day out. If I feel like anybody looking at him crazy because he may be a little loud or all, my child is special needs. Just because he does not look like it does not mean that he is not. Oh, somebody is knocking on my door.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I was like, hello.
Girl,
So,
no.
can you talk to us?
I'm sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna ask if you wanted to talk to us a little bit more about that. I remember when you first found out when he was first diagnosed, and just what that process was like, and just now look at how you're talking about it now. Like, yeah, girl, he doing this, he doing that. We in our groove. You know what I'm saying? You were able to find your groove.
Yes. Yes, I can talk to you about that. Sorry to make this man out here. uh, Hold on one second. It's on this up. It's under the dishwasher, actually. It's the garbage disposal. No, we haven't used it since we got here.
Mom life, okay. Mompreneur life. Yeah,
Okay. I'm sorry about that.
yeah,
The
it's okay.
garbage disposal is like leaking and we need to get that fixed. Okay. So when it comes to with Zan and everything, he just kind of always had like his struggles. He wasn't hitting the milestones how he should. I had 7 nieces and nephews. Well, 9 nieces and nephews. 10. God, it's a lot of kids. Before I even had a child. And so for me, it was I saw the signs of my niece. My sister's son, I could see sensory like process and stuff, but in my niece, I could see like the childhood regression and stuff like that. So I saw the 2 different ways that autism can present itself. Uh, but I just know my baby wasn't doing what he's supposed to be doing. And I one of them mamas like that research everything, look everything up, like, hold on, my baby should be doing this, that, and he isn't. And I get that every kid, works in their own time frame and timeline, but also there are certain things that he should be doing that I noticed that he wasn't. So essentially, it was just me taking him back and forth to the doctor about things, and the doctor would be like, oh, he's fine, or oh, wait till it presents itself when he gets a little bit bigger. There isn't much that we can do now. And like I said, I just had to, if you gonna say no, somebody gonna say yes eventually. And so
Yeah.
just searching for that, and then we were able to get him in speech and get him in OT, which worked wonders because up until about 3.5, he was mostly nonverbal. He would say
Mm.
dad, but barely could say mom. But he has echolalia, which is something that autistic children tend to do. It's like they just repeat things that they hear. So he even to this day, he will, clear as day, will recite word for word for a show that he could have just watched. He could have watched this one show, watched the show one time 2 weeks ago. He memorized everything in that one time. And now he's repeating back the character dialogue to himself.
What?
He
Wow.
does stuff like that all the time, and he would do stuff like this since he was a baby. But when we would ask him questions or try to have a conversation with him, it would be crickets, like nothing. Or if he would try to speak, understand him, it sounded like a minion. You know how the minions speak? Yes, like Despicable Me minions. That's what essentially what he sounded like. That's the
Mm.
describe it because that's literally what it sounds like when he speaks. When he would speak, and like even then, like with the nursery rhymes, because he loves to learn, so it'd be like a bunch of colors and shapes. As it's going on, he can recite it, he can point to it, but the moment you turn the music off or take everything off, and you show him the same thing he would have just seen 5 seconds ago, he would not be able to tell us. He would
Mm.
not be able to tell us. And so I do say, like I said, I do think the care options for kids for speech and OT because he's come so far, and also pre-K, uh, because in Texas, either you got to be homeless, military, or your child has to be special needs to go to public pre-K.
Mm.
And so we were able to get him enrolled in pre-K when he was 3, and 3.5, almost 4, and then he's just been doing it since then. And now next year he will be going to kindergarten, and so he will still be in special education because he struggles with the why questions, the what and the why. But even just from when he first started pre-K until now, like the growth, as much as he talks nonstop, like wake up talking, go to sleep talking. I could hold a whole conversation with my son. I could.
What?
I've never been able to do that up until I want to say this year. Like as far as
Oh.
we can have a whole conversation, which is something that we have not been able to do. And it's like and so like I do feel like school and the therapy are also helping with like his cognitive uh, learning and just with his cognitive abilities in general. Just because I feel like He is grasping so much. But the crazy thing is, it took like 3 weeks of potty training and therapy for him to get to this. And I'm just like, I've been doing this for 5 years. I've been doing it
Right.
for 5 years and nothing. As soon as he get in the ABA, and even like at school, they take him to the bathroom regularly and still nothing. But ABA, boom, he is growing so much. And I'm
That's
just so
amazing.
grateful. And I always tell people, like, if nobody else, I always tell people, and even like with people that I work with, like, I literally at work was the go-to person because I don't have the fact that my child has special needs. I even like one of my friends, she has like a t-shirt design business, Chaotic Scenes. I'm gonna plug her in real quick. But she
Shameless
had me
plug.
some shirts, some autism shirts, and I would wear them to work. And then, of course, like a lot of kids that I would work with, love the fact that oh, Miss T got an autism shirt on. What? Because majority of the kids that I work with are autistic,
Yeah.
and so that like, and then I would have coworkers. Oh, you got who's in your family? Who do you know that's autistic? You know, you're showing support with the shirt. And then when I would tell people, I to the point to where people literally at work, they'd be like, well, I'm struggling with the doctor. Okay, this is what you do. This is who you contact. This
Yeah.
if you're in the state of Texas, action behaviors. They do not diagnose, but they do have testing for free because it's hard to find testing in places. They do the ADOS testing. They do ADOS and ADOS 2, which is the online version. It was like over like a virtual visit version of autism testing in evals because
Yeah, cause even
it's expensive.
yeah,
It's extremely
Rashida,
expensive. Because when we
yeah,
were looking it up, like during the pandemic, because everything kind of slowed down, and we were like on the wait list for the eval, but it was already a 12-month wait list, and then they were like with the pandemic and maybe even longer, to the point to that I was like, this ain't gonna work for me. I gotta find something. So I literally start calling around, trying to do what I can, see what I can figure out, and I came across that place because most places were telling us $600 out of pocket.
yeah.
They were like, oh, it's $600 for an eval, and then $150 per session afterwards. Who got that kind of money? Not me. I found a
Yeah.
place. I was like, even if then we found a couple of places where it was like 150, but then like, but action behavior was like, oh no, it's completely free, and I'm like, free, $0, 0 cents.
Wow,
Like,
that's amazing.
I'll take it. We
Yeah,
got him
cause even in the
evaluated.
comments, yeah, I see they chiming down here in the comments. It says, Rashida says doctors have been telling my brother the same. He is fine, so this is so helpful. Okay, I
Oh,
don't know when. My nephew is pretty much nonverbal, and he is 4, almost 5. Oh, okay.
yes, I would
So,
highly recommend speech therapy, even if the child is nonverbal or mostly nonverbal. They still, because like with my son, they started with teaching him basic sign language and teaching like me and my husband basic sign language to do with him. So they like taught him how to say like please, thank you, and want more. Like those were just like little things. But also, my son was big on gestures because he would point to generally point to what he wanted and what he needed. Um, but also something that I do recommend that we also did was we would put like little index cards or like little post-its and write out in capital letters what it was. So it'd be like fridge, TV, table, chair, and like post them on the things and try to get him familiar with them, kind of like learning with repetition. Kind of like, so every time you see a chair, you look, oh, chair, you think chair. Like we would try things like that. But unfortunately, you have a lot of doctors that would kind of push it off and be like, oh, it's not that big of a deal, or oh, they'll grow out of it. Everyone learns at their own rate. At the end of the day, I tell people, you have to be your child's biggest advocate. You
yeah,
have to be your child's biggest advocate because you're going to have doctors tell you no, but somebody is going to say yes. Somebody is going to care enough to say yes and to take those necessary steps. Also, you can also look into places yourself because a lot of places well, you can fill out like a little information thing online and they can send referrals to your doctor. If your doctor is like not rushing to do what needs to be done, you can do that as well.
Okay.
Reach out to the different places and be like, oh, I want to, eval. Okay, well, we're gonna have to need a referral. Okay, can you send a referral request to boom, boom, boom?
Yeah. And
And
then lovely
also,
me.
oh, and I
Oh,
didn't mean to cut you off, but I was gonna say also, if you go to the doctor and they're denying it or saying not ready, tell them to document that. So okay, so I need to document it in his chart, and I need a copy of it that says that you are refusing to put in a referral or refusing to do additional testing on my child, and put the reasons why. Once you start saying stuff like that, I promise you, they'll get it together
okay.
because they
Okay,
don't
that
want
sounds good.
they don't, because you can go back and sue them if it turns out that your child actually needed those things and they were just flat out refusing. So that's why I always tell people to go back and be like, okay, well, can you notate on my child's chart? Can you note that on the chart? And can I get a copy to make sure it's notated that you are refusing to do XYZ? Because it doesn't cost them anything to submit a referral. It doesn't cost
Right.
anything to do additional testing.
Okay. Well, that's good. You definitely have to just stand your ground. You know what I'm saying? Fight for your kids. Oh, she said thanks for this.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Yeah.
someone else in the comments, lovely,
Yes,
lovely
I just
me,
scrolled up to
lady
that.
T. What is
Oh,
you okay, babe? Is she saying love this and sure we'll start tapping
hold on
into
one second. That's
this
the,
more
yeah.
support my life. More mommy nation support in my life. Yeah, girl, what is going on? If you want, request to join us in the live. Refusing to do your job. Right. Yeah, lovely me, Lady T. If you want to join us in the live, we can welcome you with open arms. I see everybody is showing you love in the comments and everything. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Um, I'm not sure if you were saying that you can relate to, I don't know what subject you were talking about. But yeah, girl, welcome. Before this gets a little bit too late, why don't we go ahead and if this is your first time here, this is the Mommy 2.0 challenge, okay? It's a 31-day prayer and affirmation challenge. We are coming together. We are showing up for ourselves, showing up for God. 31
Hold on.
days, reading the book, The Power of the Praying Wife. We have our Mommy 2.0 guide, okay? I got mine with me everywhere I go, out here at the park. We got the Mommy 2.0 guide. This is where we're doing our journaling. We've got the manifestation diary. We are giving thanks. We are prioritizing our day. We've got prayers. We've got
Yes.
affirmations. All kind of good jazz up in there. So we are on day 25. Okay, almost done out this thing.
Yes. And
So
I just double check because the maintenance man was leaving. Is she okay? Is lovely me, Lady T? Are you okay? I just want to check because I know she had asked like what are things because she does sometimes get like mental stuck. How do you get from
yeah,
your mental
yeah.
stuck? I can't say for me. I write a lot and I have conversations with myself every time I'm in the car by myself. Half the time I listen to music, but majority of the time I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to God. I'm talking to my ancestors. I literally I talk myself through it. Like when I get mentally stuck, I talk myself through it. That's really helpful for me. I know some people like to journal and music. So like I'll talk myself through it and then I listen to music, all kinds of music. It just anything that will like be like more of like an uplifting. I because music is a coping skill for me. Music and also like I just try to find things to distract me. My son is also a good thing that helps me get mentally unstuck. Talking to my friends, like I am the go-to friend. I'm the go-to blunt friend. Or it's like I may tell you you a little stupid at times, but like you know what I mean well. But I also just I have a type of friend group where I come to them about anything, like the good, the bad, the ugly, and everyone is so supportive and uplifting of each other. So yeah, that's usually how I get unstuck. But primarily it's me talking to myself in the car, like not talking to myself, I'm talking to somebody, I'm talking to God, my ancestors. Like I have those conversations and I even like try to tell myself like today is a new day. Like every moment of every second of every day, you can start over. You can start over. It may not always be easy, but as long as you try. So for me, that's kind of what helped me get mentally unstuck. It's like, okay, I done made a mistake or this ain't going my way. But who's to say that it won't go my way the next time? Or who's to say that there's something else not out there that's better for me? So I just try to remain as optimistic as I can. And it's to the point to where I can see that it influences others. The patients that work, I can't say I could stand that job, but I cared about the patients to the point to where I used to tell all the patients when I see them, today is a great day to save lives, especially your own.
Yeah.
It's a great day to save lives, especially your own. So when I see some patients, they'll tell me that. Or my other one is everyone makes mistakes. It's how you move forward. No one is
Yeah.
perfect. No one is perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. Your normalcy is your normalcy. It may not be someone else's normalcy, but at the end of the day, it's as long as you try. We have
Yeah.
to try. You cannot give up. You gonna have moments where you feel weak and you want to give up, where you think, oh, it'd be so much better if like you're gonna wish and want these things. But also you can manifest these things. But in order to manifest these things, you have to believe that they are possible. Because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you are not able to do these things, if you don't believe it's possible, how is it gonna happen? It
Mm.
won't happen if you don't believe. You have to have faith. You have to have the faith. All the time. What God said, you just need the faith of a mustard seed, right? That's it.
Yeah. That's it, girl.
That's it. And you have to, I tell people you got to kind of align yourself. If you want to be more positive, you got to think more positive. Some people are more visual. Write it down. Write it down. Just write it down. Write it down. Post it around the house somewhere where you can look at it all the time. You know how people have vision boards? You could just have positive affirmations all over your house.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go is something positive to try to rewire your brain to think more positively. Because if you don't believe it, you can't achieve it. You can't. Take it back to us.
Absolutely.
In order to
Yeah.
achieve it, you got to believe it.
Yeah, and you can do that with affirmations and scripture too. I used to have scripture like I would have it in the silverware drawer. So every time I go in the kitchen, I open the silverware drawer. Okay, I see my little scripture. Boo boo. Okay, go on about my cooking. You know what I'm saying? It would just be a little
Yes,
pocket,
I
little
have to do
places.
that.
Yeah, girl, where you know you're gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? And you just
Yes.
get right back. Boo boo. Okay. And that's how you shut down the devil moment by moment. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
the spiritual warfare, y'all know it's real. Y'all know that it's real. The devil don't stop. He don't sleep. None of that. So you got to be constantly. You got to be. You know what I'm saying? What is it called? The shield. You got to be and the armor. You got to be shielded in the armor of God.
Exactly. You got to.
So, I like that. That was a really good tip. Good idea. So tell the people a little bit more about how they can reach you, where they can find you. You know, what's your contact information and stuff.
Okay.
Oh wait,
Well,
real quick. What did Lovely Me say? Thank you. This shifted my perspective and well, I can't see. And take the steps to get mental unstuck. Lost my father 2 months ago and been trying to find work and care for me and my son. It's been a battle. It's been a support.
I can't see it.
You can't see the comment?
No.
Lovely me, Lady T. First of all, I'm so sorry to hear about your father. Girl.
Right. That
I'm
I'm
so
sorry to
sorry.
hear because it's hard losing a parent. So
Yeah,
my
she was
prayers
just talking
are
about
forever with you.
yeah, and I lost my father too, so I know what that feels like. I'm so sorry. And then you said you lost your. Are you trying to find work? Where are you located? Lost my father too last year. I understand your pain. Oh, somebody else. I am my okay. Glasses. I am Vaughn Watson. I lost my father too last year. I understand your pain. Yeah, girl, we are all just sending you love, condolences, prayers, just for God's strength to just, you know what I'm saying, really comfort you, His peace, His joy. Because I know for you, you said it was 2 months ago, so that was, I know
That's
that's really
fresh.
it's recent. Yeah, that's real
That
fresh.
is.
So we are here, girl. If you need me, DM me,
Yes.
anything. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole
Yes.
support, there's a whole
I
community.
am here
You know
as
what I mean?
well. Like my DMs are always open. They are always open. Okay, so if y'all need me, I am very supportive. I am a great listener. I'm at home during the week, so I'm always here to support. If you all want to get in contact with me, Melanie.coca, that is my main Instagram. However, I do have Black Galaxy, which is my business. Instagram, and that is okay. Sorry, that is BLAQUE Galaxy GALAXY. And that is my Instagram. You can also find me on Facebook, Black Galaxy business page, as well as Black Galaxy Crystals Facebook group page. I am in the process of finishing up my website. It's just that I have 50 million crystals, and I have to get beautiful shots of all these crystals to add them completely to the website. So my goal is to try to have that done in the next week or so. But I do sell on there. I do sell on Facebook. I do sell occasionally on Instagram. If you're just looking for something specific that may not be posted, you can always reach out to me because 9 out of 10, all my inventory is not posted. But yes, I am always here. My DMs are open for any support that you ladies may need. If you just need to vent, you're struggling and going through it, I'm here.
Okay, well, that is wonderful to know. You know what? I want to thank you so much for being so open and honest and transparent with us and just sharing your journey. You know what I'm saying?
Of
And even
course.
when Rashida was in the comments, she got so much knowledge and information. So y'all definitely hit her up because she's got the experience with dealing with, you know what I'm saying, the children on the spectrum. And look at how she all having conversations and
Okay.
girl, I am just loving the growth and the glow up, and I'm
Yes,
so
I
proud
love
of you
yours
and so
too. Cause
thankful
look,
for
we
you.
ain't who we used to be. Okay, and we not where
Girl,
we're going, but we are elevating. We are expanding. We are growing. We are vibrating higher. Okay.
okay, in Jesus' name. All right.
Okay.
So, what is lovely me, Ty? Did you want to join us? Okay, while we're waiting on her to respond, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the prayer and the affirmation.
All
All
right.
righty. All right, day 25, repentance. God, I pray that you would convict us of any error in our life. Let there be nothing covered that will not be revealed and hidden that will not be known. Cleanse us from any secret sins and teach us to be quick to confess when we are wrong. Help us to recognize our mistakes. Give us eyes to see your truth and ears to hear your voice. Bring us to full repentance before you. If there is suffering to be done, let it be the suffering of a remorseful heart and not because the crushing hand of the enemy has found an opening in our life through unconfessed sin. Enable us to understand that true repentance means having so much remorse over what we have done that we will not do it again. God, I know that humility must come before honor. Take away all pride that would cause us to deny our faults and work into our souls a humility of heart so that we will receive the honor that you have for us. Man. And then, ladies, you just want to affirm it. What y'all saying? Oh, they sending you all kind of love,
I
lovely.
cannot see none of the comments.
I don't know
I,
why that happens. Sometimes the people be saying they can see it, the guests, and then sometimes they can't. I don't
I
know.
can't.
I
Like
don't
I
know
saw
what's
them
going
at
on.
first, but they just like stopped displaying. So yeah,
Yeah, that's what I've heard before. I'm so sorry, girl.
okay.
Okay, let's go ahead and affirm it. Letting go is best for them and for me. Letting go is loving. Okay, girl, that's not when we talk about the
Yes,
past and that forgiveness, girl. Letting go is all about love. Spirit of God, work in my heart and change me. Spirit of God, work in my heart and change me. Change me, oh God. My strength comes from forgiveness of those who hurt me. Okay, there's strength in forgiveness. I release all anger, fear, excuses, and guilt completely. Mm, you just release it. All right. So I feel like that was pretty good. That was so good. Thank you so much. This has been wonderful. I appreciate your time. Thank you for spending this time with me, girl.
of course. Anytime.
Um, I am wishing you much success in your business. And
Thank
now
you.
that you have all of this time to work on it, girl, okay?
Yeah,
So we should be seeing it popping.
of course. Of course. Black Galaxy is just starting. Okay, it's just the beginning.
That's right. And you're off to a great start. Look at you. Pop up shops every month, girl. I didn't even
Yes.
thought you was gonna say
Girl,
that.
and that itself is draining because literally, I literally got
Yeah.
you know how much work goes into that? How many crystals I got? And like I
I
try to
know.
make sure every crystal has a card. So because you buy crystals all the time and people are like, oh, I forgot what that means. Every purchase, your crystal, each individual crystal has a card that lets you know its purposes, what it does, physical and emotional purposes. So properties that it can help with. So yep.
All right. That is amazing.
All
All right, girl. Well, I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. I love y'all all. I love everybody. I will see y'all tomorrow. Y'all, we got like 5 more days to go.
right, 5
Five
more.
more days. And it is like, oh, girl, we did it, girl. We did it. So I hope everybody has a wonderful day. Thank you, girl, so much. Y'all, shout
Thank
out to the
you.
replay.
All right, bye.
Bye, girl.